Good morning this Wednesday, the 11th of September. I'm Grady Wolf, market analyst with Bell Direct. Wall Street rallied in the final hours of trade on Tuesday to post a positive finish across the major averages as investors bought into higher growth stocks, which boosted the Nasdaq to a 0.84% gain at the closing bell. The S&P 500 rose 0.45% on Tuesday, and the Dow Jones reversed early losses to end the day up 0.23%. Investors are now bracing in the US for key inflation data out in the US on Wednesday US time, with the expectation of further easing of the inflation rate, while the core inflation rate month on month is expected to rise slightly. In Europe overnight, auto stocks weighed on the key regions, leading to a red finish across European markets on Tuesday. The Stoxx 600 fell 0.66%, Germany's DAX lost 0.96%, and the French CAC fell 0.24%, and in the UK, the FTSE 100 ended the day down 0.78%. Car parts supplier Continental fell 10% on Tuesday after the company said it saw provisions in the mid-double-digit million euro range due to a warranty case involving one of its brake systems, while BMW shares fell 11% in the aftermath on Tuesday. Across the Asia region on Tuesday, markets were mixed as investors responded to key economic data out in the region. China's exports grew 8.7% year-on-year in August, and imports rose just 0.5% in trade balance data out yesterday, indicating recovery of output in the world's second largest economy. China's CSI index closed flat on Tuesday, South Korea's Kospi index fell 0.5%, Japan's Nikkei rose 0.16%, and Hong Kong's Hang Seng ended the day up 0.37%. The ASX had a strong rally on Tuesday with a 0.3% gain at the closing bell to hit 8,011 points on the back of the US rally on Monday as investors assessed key Westpac consumer confidence data and NAB business confidence data released yesterday. Westpac consumer confidence data for September out on Tuesday came in at a fall of 0.5%, which was less than economists were expecting of 1.2% fall, but still indicated a slide from August as consumer confidence was hit by the sluggish GDP growth rate data for Q2 out in Australia and the overall stability of the Australian economy. Now, business confidence data for August, also out yesterday, indicated business confidence fell 3 points in August to -4 index points compared to the market expectations of a rise to 3 points. The slide in business confidence was driven by declining employment and cost inputs eating away at margins. Iron ore miners had a boost on Tuesday to reverse Monday's bad start to the week on the back of a rise in the price of the commodity on news that improved seasonal demand for steel in China and hopes of a stimulus out of Beijing will drive material demand increase for the coming months. According to the consultancy firm MySteel, September is usually a high demand period for steel in China. However, last week saw lower demand due to concerns about both the US and Chinese economies. CBA rallied to an all-time high yesterday as the big banks rallied again, while Life360 pulled back after the stock traded lower on the Nasdaq on Monday, and an early investor in the company, who is an independent non-executive director, sold 100,000 shares worth $3.7 million, which kind of spooked the market. On the commodities front this morning, oil has tumbled overnight to trade 4% lower at $65.96 a barrel. Gold is up 0.4% at $2,515 an ounce, and iron ore is up 0.16% at $91.76 a tonne. The Australian dollar has slightly strengthened against the greenback, but weakened against other commodities overnight to buy 66.7 US cents, 94.81 Japanese yen, 50.88 British pence, and 1 New Zealand dollar and 8 cents. Ahead of the midweek trading session here on the ASX, the SPY futures are anticipating the local market to open the day up 0.1% following Wall Street's rally overnight. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Trading Central has identified a bullish signal on Lycopodium following the formation of a pattern over a period of 16 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $12.22 to the range of $14.60 to $15.10, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all for this morning. Have a wonderful Wednesday and happy investing.